Ranger now is actually really good if you go Aghanims and Mjolnir. They can easily clear all the illusions, and you have Medusa and Faces World for
range lane from OG on the safe. Simple thing was just run at them. Quick battle hunger, extra movement speed, and just look for a couple of lucky spins. On the Elder Titan, okay, that's an early Maledict point. You do have the car still available, as Elder Titan will run up a little bit further, fly, stays on his back, there goes your cask, Elder Titan, he's still a very tanky hero, but the bounce back over, he'll drop down low, but the Malediction was not enough.
Yeah, he got like, he didn't miss up.
Wait, fly, he's not done! He is not done! He was coming over to the camp, he may just be here for a denial, but then ET lets the Spirit fly over! He gets the kill with just the Spirit! Oh no! All he wanted to do was farm and deny himself up to get back to base more efficiently in the ET.
He's placed another sentry ward to block that camp just to make sure that his movements are really inefficient. He's only level 2 at the moment.
Top lane, Moon already using Time Walk, very low on life. The magic missile will connect, and TNC, they're looking to claim and yet another kill. First one from ET, the second one goes the way of the Life Stealer. Elder Titan not in the greatest position. There's a lot of Shard Golems here for crit to get a continuous chain stun onto the Elder Titan. He just wants to stomp up, but it's not possible. The control is too much. And Medusa finds his own kill as well. Miracle with that double damage rune.
Observer ward is down on the map. The one that Demon just placed mid, got dewarded. The one on bottom is Demon because
actually Moon is going to commit to top lane, commit the Chronosphere onto that Vengeful Spirit, so an easy solo kill for him. Moon will take it while the T1 tower will drop. The predictions of the panel is coming true. OG just have so much early presence that TNC have no real rebuttal to.
It's a hit, Tome of XP, but this actually might favor TNC a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know, it's more the trade-off of sending the axe to the lane and starting
bottom lane.
Jungling.
Goodbye, Demon. Just behind that tier 2 tower, maybe it's not enough. Moon thought he had it, and now he's in way too deep. TNC, they wait for the call. Remember, they've still got a Culling Blade. This will guarantee the kill before the Time Walk up, but he goes into the tree lines. The stomp, perfectly read from the ET. Moon thought he had to get out of jail free card, but there's your Culling Blade. There's still 3 players killing off an over-aggressive Faceless Void.
I think you just have to split push.
Top lane, nice little trap being sent by Raven. He wants to loop in the back of Notel. An easy open wounds and rage up. And this Throw Ranger won't really stand a chance. He's also got infest damage. If he can't get Notel straight away, the gust will come, but the rage was protecting him. And that's a big kill. Life Stealer, he's now expecting it, but then Dire, they use the scan. They don't see anyone behind OG.
And with the scan, with lots of elimination, they have to be.
They send the PL. They send the PL in through the front, trying to bait the movement forward. Notel is going to be the primary objective. There's your jump in already with a follow-up stuns. The Spirit for the stomp. PL will find the kill. Stonegate, the turn on the Medusa with Moon's control and that death one. It reaches up to the Phantom Lander. He's got Doppelganger. This will buy a little bit of time to back out the tier 2 tower while Raven hunting the supports on the back line. He finds Fly, raging up. You'll find that kill on the Witch Doctor with the Spirit down as well. Raven may just have enough space with a follow-up stomp to find a different target, but who does he want? You can ask Culling Blade behind the lines, so there's even more heroes going down for OG. Miracle starts his TP out, there's no more stuns, but you do have that blink plus call up right now for the axe. He blinked into the pit, same with the stomp, but they predicted wrong. And Smoke is OG, but it's going to be the bottom lane where Notel gets jumped up, called up, split it in half, and then Culling Blade down, but no, the gust, it pushes him back. Where's the stuns? Where's the damage? Notel barely gonna take a fall. OG Smoke didn't wrap around TNC in time. They didn't find that small little floater as well for TNC.
Micro 2 coming out from TNC. They know that, okay, they're going to use this time to try and set up around the Roshan pit, and they have a sentry already there. They move the courier to the high ground.
Straight up Chrono coming from Moon with the Death Ward. They'll have more than enough damage to burn through the ET. Demon was making his way over, but couldn't get in range for a swap.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're wrapping around. OG come down to Roshan. Moon's probably going to be the easiest target to start on.
How do TNC want to have the upper hand position?
They just keep doing it every time. The land flies down. The jump from Axe. They missed the timing. The swamp as well. The Stonegate turns off for Miracle. Splits this fight in 2 different parts. Raven's the main one. They have to try and save him. The Axe is ready to go back in again for another call. Raven needs to toggle his way through. He just can't do it. The damage is too much. The death roll from Fly, keeping TNC out of the choke point of the stairs. And this will allow OG to move over to Roshan. A big fight for them. The fact they took it without Chronosphere as well.
To get caught in that bubble. Still,
This Roshan is so hard. You're still up against an Elder Titan on Dire side. Just Spirit and Stomp. This slows everything down. Moon jumps up. He doesn't want to try and battle this inside the pit. The PL illusions now actually not with the diffuser play. The Courier is still dead, so he can't fight the diffuser out. But it looks like Cuckoo wants a doppelganger himself in. It doesn't happen. Moon gets caught. He actually time walks out in time, so he's repaired the damage. They can't combo him straight back down again. Cuckoo, where is your damage? The Chrono! Moon hits 3. Time walks out again, repairing the damage done by TNC, and they lose the axe. With a fresh Aegis Immortal OG, they can just keep pushing.
Moon is...
The Titan will break that smoke if they do it, however. With a fresh Observer Ward, the Spirit comes out, so there goes Moon. He has his smoke broke, but he's on the other side of the tree line! PL Cuckoo actually walks back into the Chronosphere! He wasn't inside it originally, and with Doppelganger already on cooldown, they have to split this fight up. You'll have to stop it, buys time! Elder Titan just wants a TP away, right under Moon's sleeping nose! You lost the axe! Wait, something could go right for him. We've got an Invis Cuckoo. Pick an Invis Rune, then got a Life Stealer infested inside of him. Just hoping for one easy pick. They'll walk into the middle of OG, no detection, they just instantly jump on fly. They won't find that kill, but they do move up to crit. Stonegaze triggered by a miracle, and now in they come, the Chronosphere on the back lines, keeping the other Titan out. Space Warriors have the damage, especially when you get the call. Moon may be in a lot of trouble here, surrounded by 4 heroes. They get the stun, back into the river. Cuckoo still keeps battling. He brought down Fly. OG are in trouble. Cuckoo can't doppelganger himself away from this one, but the axe, a blink double call. They got extra health. The swap back. They want Nurse, they want that Drow Ranger gone. Now they can deal with the impenetrable miracle. No stuns. The call too far away for the axe. And there's 4 for a 1 trade-off. You lose your PL, but that's a huge fight for TNC. Down to 5.5k life, but TNC, they gotta put the pedal to the metal to get to the pit in time. 2k, almost 1k now. The Spirit comes in, look for the ET clap and stomp, but it doesn't have any real effect. The actual jumped in. They instantly explode Moon, moving to Nortel. He'll get Hurricane Piked out. He still has the Aegis Immortal. Miracle inside the pit with the Stonegaze. Got more time to attack. PL can't do much when he gets gusted back for so long. Now Fly, he'll look towards Raven, trying to get rid of that Deathborn. The Spirit will help to do that. He can just move on to the next target. Aegis Immortal has triggered. PL wants to keep fighting here as the fight still split up. Find the other Titan, there's Nortel the high ground, but Cuckoo right behind us. Nowhere to run, too maneuverable. TNC, they're taking 4, and once again they look for Miracle. Where's the stuns? They don't exist.
Raven is just chopping through these supports soon. The
TNC have come from behind, and no, it's not going to happen again. The Drow Ranger, the Observer will get planted down. They see Nortel moving. Demon with the wave of terror, reveal his position, but then just Hurricane Pike yourself away. And OG, they smoke up themselves. Turn, drum charge. They want to find the opening now. Double obs it down for TNC. So with this axe in close, he'll break the smoke. A big call position, and he catches them. Nortel will fly in the back line. Nortel, Hurricane Pike going save a miracle. He's trying to make his space here with the Chronosphere, as well as the Stonegate. You've at least locked in 2, but the splitter on the back line and Life Stealer have done the work here, TNC. With Cuckoo, they can go down, they can bring down Miracle, burn off all the mana, and there's nothing left. No buyback as well for this Medusa. They'll rip through the tier 1 and tier 2 tower, maybe even more.
Happy with this. Not terribly happy maybe losing a Ranger Axe, but a turn of event that's happened in the last 30 seconds to a minute.
They're coming in. That Observer Ward, it caught a glimpse of the ET, and EU who just walks directly into the middle of OG. No way to survive that. The axe can kill off the Faceless Void while all that's been going on. And that actually opens up the mid lane. In fact, TNC can attack into the racks. OG need to come back. The TPs are starting up now. The Drow Ranger's the first one. Axe is waiting for a good opportunity. The Ranger Life Stealer, the blink again, Nortel. So quick on the reflexes. Fortification keeps the racks up and crit to the front lines. He'll get the movement speed thanks to the battle hunger. So Sam is away. Even with the Yule Scepter, Miracle behind Axe. Axe into the tree line. 1 second till Blink's back off cooldown. Then he can just jump down and he will into the river.
Well, Moon's dead for this fight. Will look like there'll be a 4-on-4.
Elder BS is going to join him. Observer Ward, oh Demon, he plants the Obs Ward and then gets pushed back up the cliff while over on the other side of the river. Wishlock dying so quickly in the axe, he gets the call, again for a Ranger in a bad position, couldn't force himself out far enough, and then Raven pops back out. He actually keeps Axe alive until Miracle with a split shot. How much of a tank is he? Not enough! The Diffusal burning through all of the mana shield, and now TNC can safely take Roshan. to be acceptable.
He has Manta, he has Diffusal, he didn't even pop any of them. He's like, I know I'm gonna die. Just gonna wait for my heart to regen up. Just go back in. Here we got half on the Ranger Act, just rinse and repeat.
And Notel having to gust on just illusions to push him back. And, well, Medusa turns on the Stone Gaze. Cuckoo is in fairly deep to try and focus on the support. Moon gonna Chrono on the front line. He only finds the other side. The splitters all the damage. This Chrono does practically nothing. TNC have taken minimal damage. In fact, they've killed off Crit. They're looking for a dieback on him. The illusions just keep going to work. Cuckoo's clears the space. The bottom rack will drop. You're dead boy to kill off illusions. ET tanks it all. This should be the game right now. TNC, they are walked over. EG in game 1. A methodical, surgical killing of OG. You thought maybe OG would be able to have more of a push because the ET also slipped through.
Expected to say it, but I think TNC might shut out OG here in this series.
Motel, are you... He's hunting into the trees to try and find Jimmy. He actually goes to the old school classic Jimmy Tide Hunter spot up in those trees, but he's not going to find him. Is that his fly? Well, he's trying to body block up Raven. Not enough control. It's actually a kill going on Miracle of all. This OG safe flame will survive, but Miracle first blood, Ember was already going to have a hard enough a time as it is. Oh, the Avalanche, it connects. Demon, too low. The Shadow Wave, one more attack. It actually comes in from Crit to find it. VS makes his way up, looking for the stun onto Notel. He's already pretty low, and Raven, no cold arrows, no gust. He doesn't really have any to say. Yes, is roaming around. Moon, it's like he was right between the Fog of War lines. So you can set up if you want to, but Fly will arrive. Crit will join. The Iron Shell. You put one onto the Ogre. Need to slow down the VS with a gust from the throw range. They push them back. Cold arrows as well, keeping them away, but then the stun. Vengeful Spirit's going to burn up the Iron Shell, but the Shallow Grave from Demon, perfect time. Crit will die. The VS gets back in range of the safety of the Tier 1 tower. Now it's Demon, who's still in a little bit of trouble. He will finally drop. Fly looking for more stuns as Moon makes a break for the tree line. Fly, he needs more damage with the Iron Shell. He's almost got it. Raven needs to run. He's attracted the creep wave into the troll. The bat is there, and it's a double kill for Fly.
Wow, it's actually so hard to see the Iron Shell in the Ogre.
He solo killed the Huskar. It looks like it was the heavy spirit committal. He could catch up enough that his net worth is behind by 600. And he's running a bottle. Bottom lane, a deep dive into Raven. 3 heroes from OG. Where's the TP support coming this time around? There's no TP over on Demon. They just let the Drow Ranger die. OG really taking advantage of this big strength they've got. Who's finally revealed himself. He was missing from the mid lane. That's what OG was looking for. But the Invis rune that allowed him to stay hidden. And Notel, he's going to toss in Fly, which will allow for the follow-up stun. They keep the control with the Avalanche and Cuckoo. They burn through him again. And OG, there's a reason why.
Drow Strat getting pushed in? Not good.
Probably not. Especially when Raven's gone for, like, a heavy stat item build. Like, double race hands, look at extra circlet, Miracle, easy maneuver. Can close the distance on a Drow Ranger with ease.
Bloodlust, he has Shadow Blade, and I don't believe TNC have any.
There's no sentries. There's no sentries down. They won't understand that Notel's right on top of him. VS is in the screen line. Sons of Balbal, they just toss the Drow under the Tier 1 tower. Darkseid will really use the damage from that to find the kill, and now Cuckoo. Life breaks up, a great Chrono, catching 3 on the back line. This will give TNC a chance to Cuckoo with a Shallow Grave. He'll stand his ground, but down be brought down. OG, they may just have the sustain required to win this fight as they get the extra stun. 4 loss for TNC. Miracle arrives in the nick of time. It's crazy to think they don't know. Like, there's no Chronosphere, so you wouldn't think at OG that they would slip in, but there it is. Agency Mortal goes the way of the Huskar.
However, they're isolated, 3 of them out on their own.
He puts down the wall, he'll get a couple of illusions, the life break fall from Cuckoo. Notel in through the rear, however, Avalanche top, say goodbye to the Agency Mortal Demon. Already used the Grave on himself, still with a couple of one-charters, won't commit them. And now Cuckoo, Sam, he has to let the Chronosphere go when they're all outside of it. They can move over towards Moon, but then he so did, he wants to fight this one. Miracle's already got a triple kill. Does not have his Searing Chains up for another 1 second. No way to toss him forward, but he'll have his spirit up if he wants to jump towards the Faceless Void. Time Walk is off cooldown in 1 second time, and Miracle gets there. The Time Walk will allow him to get back at range of the Tier 3. So Miracle will just have to settle for a triple kill. Moved into that cover of the Silver Edge, walking right behind Cuckoo. There's no sentry wars, there's just the towers they'll have to rely on. And with the tether, he'll run in, Avalanche throwing Cuckoo back out again. It's a good chrono position for Sam, but he's still waiting for it. Now he gets it. The Shallow Grave keep Huskar up. 4 heroes from OG caught out. They try and swap into a safe position. Now he leads back in. Right on top of Notel. Cuckoo can't toggle it, however. There's too many iron shells up. There's still a 1-for-1 trade-off. Make that 1-for-2. And Vengeful Spirit will fall as well. Miracle copy too much damage from this Drow Ranger. Very, very low. Faceless Void needs a time lock as well if he can find this kill over on crit as the fight will separate. They're around the Ancient. The Sleight of Fist. This will actually keep Miracle out of the fight for a little bit longer until Void moves over. Not in range for a punch. It's crit down south. Miracle up north. He's turning around with the spirit damage and the Sleight of Fist. Demons even so low. They chat away, but they bring down Miracle. And they'll bring down crit as well. TNC repelling OG. Moon lucky to survive, TPing out a little bit further up on the top lane. Sentries are down, there's no one invising close. No observer wards as well. And they, oh wow, really? Really? Raven just slipped around to the side. All he wants to do is farm, and the Sleight of Fist searing chain didn't connect from Miracle. The chrono is up in 6 seconds. OG must be careful here. Might almost be worth it. She doesn't have Surge. You've only got Greaves up. Now, the tether forward. Crit does have relocate, but a 3-man chrono. Sam hits it. Miracle wants to try and fight, but they're probably going to lose. Crit knows the Greaves. And the one charge. Raven finally gets it close enough to find the kill. The 2-for-1 trade-off, they move around the Darkseer wall. Miracle back in again. A double searing chain. They have enough. Tiny comes back in again too. Surged up, Iron Shell into Silver Edge. Where's that sentry? There are 2 of them down. He'll get the Avalanche, the stun is there. Sleight of Fist, it is going to be enough damage to get through the Faceless Void, but then throws on the back line, peppering OG down.
Wow, what team fight coming out from TNC. That was like one of those chronos that you're afraid
Yes, can't get there in time. Notel being very defensive in bottom lane. Miracle, he gets it with the double damage to work. Mana Style sends the 2 illusions back over to the creek. And then Spirits away, up to the top lane.
Now Demon Cuckoo caught out by their lonesome as their TP's worth of rotated back, and they are just dead.
And Moon was the bait. Cuckoo tried to turn on the damage, but it's too much. Roshan, so OG, they have the confidence this time around just to slip into the pit. They have the damage because the Tiny is no longer on the top lane. Meanwhile on bot lane, and Miracle, that's a big one. Miracle will die before this happens. So TNC can't move over and force an OG fight. Would have been a good time for it as well. Chrono's coming back off cooldown in 10 seconds time. And they don't know if actually Miracle now actually has his buyback, but Notel caught out. They still have swap available, so if they want to hold Notel in close, they can do so. Faces Void, Chrono's up, leans forward, doesn't have really a great target to go on, and the relocate is there. Crit will take him back. And they know Io is on the return.
I wonder if they're gonna like buy back Io or buy back on Emma and spring a trap. Oh no!
They swap Fly in. They're looking for more. They're actually gonna bring down Fly with a Huskar jump. Void moves over. Chrono onto crit. They really are just committing for 1 kill or the other. They don't care as long as they get the kill, which they'll be able to do so. They get through the tier 2 tower. Buyback is available for all 3 players of OG, but their base is now under attack.
Is under attack. Dire's structures
buyback trying to scare TNC off, but without Miracle's name on the buyback.
The big wall! 3-man with the avalanche! Fly will arrive! They're buying time, still no Miracle! Falls back, he has not done it yet, he's waiting in timeout. Cuckoo will battle against Crit. The cheese will keep him alive, also giving the regeneration to Notel, who's hunting the backline, keeping the range door off the Cuckoo. He turns, Notel will drop, the Miracle is alive once again, and maybe TNC don't want to fight. The blink from Notel, he gets away, still gusted up. He'll get back to the tier 3 tower. Miracle looking to make some space through it again with another jump hit. But it's Cuckoo. It's the Huskar. You've got to fear him. Not to mention, fear Raven. That damage with a gust pushing Miracle away. The face is void on 30 lives. He'll time walk off the damage. Raven in the trees. Notel will finally get a kill onto a TNC member. And Miracle will make it twice. Faceless Void dropping. Both TNC players, they have buyback too. But that patience from OG not bringing Miracle back in. Is Huskar actually out? He may go down. Tiny's right behind him. He'll end up hitting him. Doesn't actually break the blood. The Cuckoo will stand his ground. Demon moves over, giving the extra armor. Now Notel. Does he feel not more than he can chew? With a shallow grave, you bet on Ellie. They're going to go through through more. Cuckoo, life break up in 2 seconds time. Flies into the tree line, thrown down by the Scotty. Miracle gusted up. This could be huge if they can find him. Cuckoo, life break, he lost the vision. Miracle got it around the tree line. He'll blink himself down and TP out. They will not catch the Ember Spirit.
These have been some amazing gusts from Raven, though. I think the Summon Creep might actually be like that.
Oh, Chrono top lane. Miracle caught out. Again, good timing on the gust. Miracle held in position. He's down.
Not respecting the void.
Yep, and I'm loving this observer ward on bottom lane. Once again, the warning from TNC has been brilliant. They see the Tiny and the IO moving around, so Tiny under the cover of Shadow Blade, he'll move up, he'll find Vengeful Spirit, he'll toss him, but then the Chrono moving down. Crip was able to find the kill, Moon backing, trying to keep the face boy out of the fight. Miracle and joining through for the gun. It's on number Raven. In fact, now it exposes Raven. They move over. Tiny doesn't need Blink Dagger available. Void will instantly buy back. Even though Chrono was not available, I make OG think twice. Nothing to work with at all. I'll end up denying it out.
Top tower has been denied.
All the lanes being pressured. Moon was taking care of the bottom, and TNC, they're going to try and find any kind of opening. They don't have everybody with them, however. The Huskar's not in the neighborhood, and they just walk into No Town. They'll break free. Tiny, well, there's your shallow Raven and Chrono spin. No Town's caught out. Moon gonna try and create some space and back into a three-man wall, pulling into Sam. But Raven's still the man doing the damage. You can keep them locked in, but now Raven the damage to Fly. Will it be enough? You need this short range to do some lifting. Fly will drop. 2 heroes on the sideline. They buy back on the VS almost.
And then you can
finding the kill on the TPing out crit. Miracle also home safely. But that's a demon edge over on that courier for Raven.
Rapier?
If he was going to buy a rapier, would have sold something else. Like, he's still going to sell the S and Y. He might just be looking for Monkey King Bar.
Yeah, Monkey King Bar versus the Solar Crest.
Bottom lane, Cuckoo, out too far. Hit by that Silver Edge. He'll have protection. BKB will come out. He needs more help, however, and it's coming in the void. He gets a 3-man Chrono, but they swap out No-Tail. It's all out Raven to attack into him, and No-Tail's so far away from the fight. The Tiny's down with no buyback. All that was lost was the VS and the void. But you're still okay with that. You keep your 2 primary sources of damage up. Cuckoo and Raven. They will survive. Things they keep using to like perfection, and it doesn't allow OG to finish it. All I want to see from Miracle is, yeah, there she is. We have ourselves a rapier. Onto the Ember Spirit. We almost hit the hour mark as TNC. They'll enter the mid. Do they go for a GG push? Yes, they are. They're attacking the T4 towers. Are ready to jump forward. Chris, you need help now. That wall, will it be enough? Cuckoo still there in the Chrono Spirit. Caught 2. Cuckoo right next to it. No shot's gonna go down. No buyback. They're going for the kick on. Ember down. The rapier's gone. It's all dead. As TNC
Dyer's
done
middle tower
the impossible. Two-time maker with
Radiant structures are radiant
the
victory.
Filipinos have eliminated OG! TNC have done it! The dream, the reality!
Wow, look at them cheering the booth. They have to be so incredibly happy with that win, and net worth does not matter that much anymore. Sam H with the Faces Void hit 0 kills on him, but all of those Chronospheres on all of those cores, OG